Assalamu alaikum, dear audience. The short clip that I am going to make is based upon a very important concept in anthropological linguistics. The concept actually deals with the question that how language is instrumental and pivotal in formulating, in structuring, in manufacturing, in constructing the identity of a person, of an individual, while being part of a society, of a community, of a culture. This concept was presented by two female American linguists, two female American professors, one being Mary Buchholz, who has been a professor of linguistics at University of California, whereas second one, Kara Hall, she has been a professor of linguistics at University of Colorado. तशख़्ख़ुस राबतों और गुफ्तगू से बनता रहता है, कहा मैरीन और कैरा ने कर तहकीक कल्चर पर है इंसा करते तामीर हकीकत जिन उसूलों से है पंजुम वो जवाबित ढूंढे कर तहकीक कल्चर पर. They actually presented forth a concept that reality or identity of ours, us humans, is formulated, is constructed, reconstructed, or deconstructed in interactions that we have with one another while being part of a society. In other words, the identity that we are associated with is discursively created. The first principle being the principle of emergence, it tells it very clearly. इमरजेंस अव्वली इनमें है, बुनता है तशख़्ख़ुस जो हैं जब भी मिलते जुलते लोग हैं शख्सियतें बुनते. Meaning by there has been no pre-existing identity, prefixed identity, predetermined identity before the confrontations, before the exposures, before the interactions that we have while being part of a human society. When we interact, we actually discursively create and recreate our identities. The second principle is also an offshoot of the first principle. It's called the principle of positionality. है दूजा इन जवाबित में है जो किरदार हम बनते वही किरदार बारी बारी हैं शख्सियतें बुनते. While being part of a culture, being part of a human community, we have several roles in which we come across one another. We meet one another. We, in different capacities, interact with one another. And these roles are divided by these researchers into micro roles, meso roles, and macro roles. Micro roles being the interactional roles, the day to day commonplace, which we uh, have in everyday interactions. For example, if I attend a marriage ceremony, I am an attendant over there. This role of being an attendant, or I go to a shopkeeper as a customer, I buy something from there. I become a client, I become a customer for some time. This is a micro role, this is a micro position. Then meso roles. For example, I am a teacher. This is my occupation, my profession. It rather prevails over my life. It determines me more. It denotes me more. It defines me more. I am identified by it more and more. And macro roles, macro positions are ethnic, geographic, very hard and fast kind of positions. For example, by caste, I am a Mughal, I hail from Gujranwala, I am from Pakistan. These things in larger perspective. The third principle is the principle of indexicality. लबो लहजा चुनाव लफ्ज़ों का है तीजे नंबर पर, बहुत मखसूस से ये हैं जब भी शख्सियतें बुनते. Dialects, are the geographical things. The geographical distributions, by the time we move across the geographical distances, we meet the differences in the accents, in the tones. American dialect and British dialect of English. Americans have rhoticity in post-vocalic R's. which the R's that come after vowel sound, they do pronounce it. They say car, r is there. But in British accent, they say car. They rather minimize the sound of R that comes after a vowel sound. उर्दू हिंदी की बात करें तो in Indian in Hindi dialect, someone would say fool, not fool, and we immediately understand that the person who uttered fool is from Indian background. Jiyada, not Zyada. If it is Zyada, we say it is Urdu background. We immediately get to know through the word choice, through sometimes the accent, the very pronouncement, the very pronunciation, the very utterance is highly inductive, so indexicality. Then comes a principle called relationality. It is based upon intersubjective relations of human beings, and there are actually three pairs of intersubjective relations: adequation and distinction, meaning by the sameness and difference, the likeness and unlikeness. Then authentication and denaturalization. Authentication meaning by asserting oneself to be original and real, and denaturalization meaning by being fake or to be as assumed or asserted as to be fake by someone else. Authorization and illegitimization. Authorization meaning by we give importance to some culture, some language. For example, during colonial rules, the languages of the colonialists were given all importance, and the dialects of the local people, the languages of the local people, they were looked down upon. है यकसा कुछ से मुख्तलिफ हैं चार नंबर है यूं होकर मुंसलिक व मुख्तलिफ शख्सियतें बुनते by showing our identicality, by showing our similarity or sameness, we actually assert our identity with that particular group. And if we uh, avert, and if we, for example, when we code switch, for example, when an urban Pakistani in Punjab uses code switching, that person actually tries to show distinction from the locals, from the rather unurban, the rural backgrounded people. किसी कल्चर से दूजे कुछ जो लें हम फ़र्क पड़ता है यूं नकली बन के अपनी हम तो हैं शख्सियतें बुनते. Sometimes, for example, a person takes something from another culture, but one person can never grab and seize and grasp and absorb all the waves and vibes of another culture. It is nearly impossible. So it seems fake, the process of denaturalization. कभी ऐसा भी होता है किसी को हेज हम जाने किसी को मान कर आला हैं हम शख्सियतें बुनते. Authorization, for example, in Pakistan, in our local community, despite hailing from Punjab, despite being Punjabi, despite Punjabi being our mother tongue, we don't use, we refrain from using it, we abstain from using it, we hesitate from using it in our formal settings. This is actually ill kind of illegitimization of this language, and this if language meaning by the whole culture, because from Sapir-Whorf hypothesis and from many other theories we get to know that cultural meaning is embedded, is encoded, is actually summed up, is actually best reflected in the linguistic sign, in the semiotic sign. The fifth principle is the last principle that was observed by these two scholars, meaning by Mary and Kira, or Buchholz and Hall, if we call them from their surnames. It is called the principle of partiality. है नंबर 5 पर ये के हैं होते जुज़्वी ज़ाहिर हम नहीं एक गुफ्तगू में अपनी कुल शख्सियतें बुनते. Meaning by no single interaction determines our identity fully or completely. Thank you very much.